John Baptiste Poquelin by Seattle Corbett, April 20th, 2014. John Baptiste Poquelin was born on January 15, 1632. He was born to a wealthy upholstering father that worked for the king. John Baptiste's mother was a loving woman with very strict morals on what children should do. Because of this, John Baptiste's life was already planned out from the start. His parents wanted John Baptiste to carry out his father's legacy as an upholsterer. However, John Baptiste had other plans for his life. John Baptiste used to watch street performers and go to plays in his youth during spare time and grew to love the idea of it all. As John Baptiste grew older, he tried to fit in and conform to what his parents wanted him to be and what his parents thought was best for his life. Eventually, he gave in and figured that acting was what he wanted to do. He went against what his parents thought and did what he thought was right for himself. He changed his name and went by John Baptiste Poquelin and used it for a stage name. At first, he didn't really make any buzz, but with time, he grew a large audience. This is where the use of intellectual power and cultural ideology came into place. The definition of intellectual power is the capability to persuade a person into believing or doing something. John Baptiste had a goal of bringing laughter and joy into people's lives. He wanted to lighten the mood of the dull and the boring. He thought that he could bridge this gap with laughter. He used slapstick humor to captivate audiences all over and eventually won the title as France's greatest playwright. The definition of cultural ideology is concerned with institutional and or the textual apparatus that work on reader imaginary conception of self and social order. John Baptiste would often poke fun at the church and try to bridge gaps of all people in order to create a common interest, which was laughter. He even eventually won over the king, even though the king didn't like him that much. With this, it is now said that John Baptiste was a very inspirational person who impacted lives through laughter. John Baptiste died in 1973 on stage because of complications with his tuberculosis. But to this day, people are still reading his plays, acting out his plays, and trying to fulfill his legacy. He will forever be remembered for his slapstick humor, his controversial messages, and his controversial plays. Thank you.